In this document, we present an interdisciplinary analysis of education, ceramic art, and self-perception of happiness. A reflection in progress where technology, education, art, and neuroscience meet and transform. Starting from a scenario of technology and a disruptive, fast-paced world in which we all live, understanding education as a means to transform rather than conform, and art as access and autonomy in neuroscience, I sought to understand happiness and development in a collective construction with my supervisors, Amirian and Gabriel, as well as Telis. We arrived at social entrepreneurship that technology has revealed to us with the construction of the educational tone Telis. Education has brought us movement, change, and the autonomy that education fosters and develops. As a strategy, art serves for regulation and realization, and the brain is to be explored. There is still much to understand about this happiness that is often difficult to explain. Today, more than ever, I know that the practice of ceramic art is a smart choice for development and flourishing in a disruptive world, where creation has personal fingerprints and self-expression leads to happiness. Through the study, the interviews, and the research, this became even more evident, not only for me but for many of the participants in this research. We investigate the self-perception of happiness grounded in Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's concept of flow, exploring the multifaceted benefits of artistic practice, where art contributes to happiness and brain development, establishing itself as a creative strategy for access and autonomy in a contemporary context. The Calm Flow. It captures the essence of being fully immersed in an activity where art and happiness meet, providing a state of flow, intense focus, and pleasure, transforming artistic expression into a source of happiness. This is how we define flow in this work. How was the research structured? In 4 axes. First, the analysis of the development of the educational tone Telis. Shortly after the doctorate, the documentation of 17 testimonies from individuals impacted by ceramic practice follows. The voice of those who create is the third part, which is the quantitative analysis. Impacted by ceramic practice, the voice of those who create. The third part is the quantitative analysis with the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, comparing self-perception of happiness between artists and non-artists, as well as definitions of happiness. The fourth axis consisted of theoretical propositions about ceramic art and brain markers of happiness in the brain. Here then, indeed, through 10 images, is the beginning of our journey with the first prototype of the lathe made from a washing machine. Next, TET 2021, the first educational and commercial model, the TET Plus, the most revised TET, and the last image is of the TET Speed, launched in August 2024. The results indicated that ceramicists had a higher average happiness index than non-ceramicists, suggesting a statistically relevant positive association, albeit cautiously considering the multifactorial nature between ceramic practice and happiness. The research also revealed that happiness tends to increase with the time dedicated to ceramic practice among individuals with more than 12 years of experience. Other quite interesting data: 77% of respondents agree that artistic practice seems to bring an experience of pleasure. 18% of the sample engages in ceramics as both a hobby and work, meaning that where there is an integration of ceramics as a hobby and work, there are higher happiness indices. During the research process, we did not have access to laboratories. We also discovered that we still do not have the technology to work with the moving lathe and neuroscience techniques. But the research proposes the use of neuroscience techniques, such as EEG, fMRI, and FNIRS, to identify neural correlates associated with happiness during ceramic practice on the wheel. The narratives and online research showed that the educational tone of Tellez, indeed, serves as an educational and social tool, promoting the democratization of access to ceramic art. Ceramics offers an alternative for happiness and personal and social development over time, and can be a distinctive promoter of happiness. Ceramics connect people, art connects people. We know from the largest happiness study ever conducted that the secret to happiness is to stay connected. The Harvard study found that in 80 years of research so far, personal connection creates mental. We know from the largest happiness study ever conducted that the secret to happiness is to stay connected. The Harvard study found, in 80 years of research so far, that personal connection creates mental and emotional stimulation, which are automatic mood boosters, while isolation is a destroyer. And there are so many benefits to this connection. This was an interdisciplinary analysis of education, ceramic art, and self-perception of happiness. My sincere thanks to you, who participated among the more than 480 individuals who responded to our survey, to the 17 artists who contributed with their experiences, Dr. Miriam and Dr. Gabriel for their tireless supervision, to Valdani Tellez for walking with me on the Tellez Educational Lathe project, and to you who shares this information